Alright, let's talk about Oliver Twist. Yeah, this is a 1974 animated adaptation of the Charles Dickens novel. It's from the same people who did the Treasure Island movie I talked about like last week or so. Um, yeah. Um, And like that movie, this one does seem to follow the original book pretty closely. Um, it's got a lot of the same voice actors as before. Yeah. Most notably, yeah, Davy Jones is back. Um, it was fitting that they cast him as, they cast him in the Treasure Island movie at all, because he worked as Jim Hawkins, but yeah, I just can't help but wonder whether or not that was a coincidence or if they intentionally cast Davy Jones, the singer, in a movie about pirates. But anyway, well, it turns out his casting in this movie is just as appropriate because he reprises his role as the artful dodger that he played in the Broadway production of Oliver. So, yeah. Um, this movie is also a musical, and I guess, yeah, I'm pretty sure these songs are not in the original Oliver musical. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm sure I know like one or two songs from that one. I don't know a whole lot about that musical, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this movie's songs are not from that one. Anyway, um, the story is Oliver is born from his mother, who, you know, uh, well, how to explain it? Like uh, she dies in childbirth, and she asks the people running this orphanage to, you know, uh, raise Oliver for her and also hold on to this locket of hers. And I don't know, it's a big, yeah, there ends up being a big plot involving that locket, but yeah. Um, so, Oliver turns 9, um, and, then we get the famous scene of him asking the dude running the orphanage, "Please, sir, may I have some more?" And, I guess the disrespect, I guess, gets him thrown out, and he ends up getting sent to live with an undertaker. So he has to work for the undertaker, who treats him pretty badly, him and his whole family. Um, but Oliver's like helping them sell coffins by, you know, crying, or at least pretending to cry. And yeah, if you know the original book, then I'm sure you know all this. I wouldn't know. I don't know the original book so well. Pretty much all I really know is, "Please, sir, may I have some more?" Um, but yeah. Um, but so yeah, Oliver runs away, and then he ends up in London, and and there he meets the Artful Dodger, who you know takes him to meet Fagin, who, basically takes him in as, well, he tries to raise him as a thief, but along the way, things don't go so well. Well, Dodger and the other thieves end up getting Oliver framed, and yeah, the man who they stole from takes Oliver to court, and there they find out that Oliver didn't actually steal the. What did he steal? Was it a handkerchief or something? Well, whatever it was. Yeah, so then the man ends up hitting him and decides to adopt him. So he, raises Oliver in his nice mansion, and but Fagin and his, his associate Bill Sykes are hunting Oliver down, and they end up catching him, and there's this big complicated plot with Fagin, Sykes, and some other bad guy who's who I think is like after some money, something that Oliver's mom left for him, something like that. So but yeah, they stop the bad guys, and yeah, Oliver goes to live with the rich guy and his servants and all that. So yeah, it's again, I don't know the original story so well, but sounds like this might have been a pretty faithful adaptation, albeit with some more cutesy animal sidekicks. I'm pretty sure they aren't in the. I mean, yeah, I don't think there's a pet frog in the original story. Although, feel free to let me know if there is in the comments. So, yeah. Well, I will say the animation was better than Treasure Island. It certainly wasn't great by any means, but at the very least, it looked, the characters were moving enough. They weren't like all stiff like they were in Treasure Island. The songs, they may not be Oliver, but yeah, they may not be Broadway worthy, but they are a definite improvement from Treasure Island. I think the only, yeah, they were by no means great, but, they sounded like, songs. Probably the only song that was as awkward as the Treasure Island songs was, this song being played while Sykes and Fagin are searching for Oliver, and they're singing, "Where's Oliver?" I forget how the song goes, but so yeah, all it was missing was "keep looking, keep looking." So, but yeah, the rest of the songs were fine. Nothing great, but yeah, they worked fine. Was there something else? Well, again, most of the singers in this movie aren't very good. Again, Davy Jones seems to be at least one of the few exceptions. I mean, if there's anyone else who was a decent singer, it's let's see, yeah, it's the person. It looks like Oliver had a separate voice actor and singer. So yeah, so I guess his singing was all right. But yeah, the rest of the singers, from what I can recall. Oh wait. Actually, the lady who voiced Bill Sykes's abused girlfriend Nancy. She was good. Um, yeah. And is there anything else to say about the music? Um, well, I guess I guess I will talk about some of the themes they explore. Well, you know, stuff that happens to Oliver. Let's just say there's a reason why Disney had to turn Oliver into a cat in order to adapt this book and make it work for them. It's a pretty dark story. Like, you know, we got Oliver getting abused by all these horrible people, and you know, almost even a lot of the townspeople are pretty mean, and we got him, being, this guy trying to raise him as a pickpocket, um, and they only hold back a little bit on how Bill Sykes abuses Nancy. Like, in the original story, he obviously, like, smacks her in the face a lot. And in this movie, the most we see is him pushing her, which, isn't that much better, but still, I guess they, tamed it just a little bit. Um, and then near the end, he murders her, and that's probably the best scene in the movie, or the most effective, because we see Bill's darkly lit face, his grim face as he walks in the room, and then we hear Nancy scream from inside the room, or we hear her screaming because the camera's showing the door. It doesn't actually show him killing her, but you hear it. And try to think of something else. I mean, this movie only waters down the dark stuff from the original book a little bit. But otherwise it's pretty messed up. There's quite a few things that happen to Oliver that, yeah, I don't need to go into details, but anyway, I'm trying to think of what else there is. Yeah, I'm sure, well, I guess there's not a whole lot else to talk about. It's, a straightforward adaptation of the book, and maybe I'm wrong. I don't know the book that well. But if there's anything else I remember that I need to talk about, I'll put it in the comments. Um, um, and and again, like Treasure Island, if you're a big enough fan of the book, I guess this movie won't hurt to check out. But again, there's probably better adaptations out there. Um, and I guess so. Overall, this was better than Treasure Island. So I think for my rating, it would be somewhere between a 6 and a 7. Um, I'm not sure which number I lean towards, because it worked. It's a movie you can watch. There's nothing that, like, straight up ruins the experience. It's just kind of cheap animation, and that's about it. Cheap songs, silly little animal sidekicks. But otherwise it works perfectly fine, and yeah, I don't have anything really negative to say about it. Just, not quite so positive. But yeah, it's all right. It works fine. Um, so if there's anything else I need to add, I'll put it in the comments, and I guess I'll leave it at that for now. So yeah, mash it and smash it. Signing off.